Good evening, everybody. Good to see you jumping online. Y'all know the drill. Shout out to all my people watching via YouTube and to all my folk watching on the app. As you're sliding in, I need you to do me a favor. Go ahead for my YouTube people. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, then hit that share button, what you get for free. I want you to go ahead and not be greedy. I want you to go ahead and be a blessing to somebody else's life and hit that share button, slide in that link, tell them to jump in for Bible study. Hit somebody that's low on faith right now. We're talking that faith talk tonight. So hit somebody that's low on faith, needs an extra boost in their spiritual immune system. So go ahead and bless them one time for the one time so they can get what you are getting on a regular basis. And so do that for me. Those on the app, you can hit that link as well. You can also share that link for somebody else that is somewhere, somebody who is close to you but far from God. We want to make sure that you are doing your due diligence and blessing somebody the same way God is blessing you. So we're super excited about what God is up to tonight. Do me a favor, let me know where you're checking in from. Let me know what neighborhood you repping, what side of town, what set you claim. And so we want to hear from you, either particularly all my people out of town, my folk out of the city. Let me know where you're jumping in from as well. We want to hear from all of our good folks. So thankful to God for each and every one of you. Spring has sprung today. She was losing the battle over the weekend. I ain't gonna lie. Yeah, she wasn't fighting back. I thought it was over. She was up against the ropes, and so she came back with a couple swings of her own today. So it was beautiful outside. So I pray that you all were able to enjoy some of this weather if you're in Cincinnati. So let's get ready to get down to business. Many of you know that we have been in a faith series over the past couple of weekends since Resurrection Sunday. We've been in our back to moving mountains. I need some folk that are ready to move some mountains in their life, to buckle your seatbelts and get ready for what God is up to. I'm believing God, touching and agreeing with you on what He wants to do in your life and in the season that He wants to do it in. And so, in fact, let's do this. Let me see where your faith is at. I need to know, what are you believing God for? Yeah, go ahead and drop that in the comments for me. What if you're believing God for something big? I need you to go ahead and drop that in the comments. Let's test your faith. Let's go ahead and test it today. Let me see if you believe in what you say you believe in. If you're believing God for something big, I need you to go ahead and drop that in the comments. Let me know what God is up to or what you're believing Him for, so we can touch and agree with that. The Bible says where two or three are gathered together, touching and agreeing on anything. He says, I'm in the midst. So that is a prayer verse. And so we want to be touching and agreeing with you. Praying for the thing that you're believing God for. If you're believing for God's hand on something, do me a favor, drop that in the comment. Those in my YouTube, those in my on the app as well. Let me know what you're believing God for, what you need some people to come alongside of you with in that vein, so we can believe God as well for that thing. Because I'm believing with you. My baby mama said millionaire status, and so if ain't nobody else but touching and agreeing with that, it's gonna be me. And so because her money is my money, and so we believe in millionaire status for both of us. And so I'm super grateful. I need to know where my faith people are at. To simply believe in God to open up some doors and move some things out of the way, simply so He can do what He said He's going to do. And so we're super grateful for that. So now we've been talking this faith thing, and trying to see God, see what He wants to do. We came out of Mark 11 this past weekend. And so Mark 11, that's your homework. I need you to kind of look at this particular text, because we taught moving mountains the week prior, but then I went to another text that did the very same thing. Two different times he talked about moving mountains by way of faith. You should have been taking notes and running laps. He speaks two different times about faith and the faith to move mountains, and speaks to the impossible, the where nothing being impossible for those who believe. And so even those who dare to even just drop in the comments on what you're believing God for, it's because you said, I don't believe anything is impossible for me. And so you're like, okay, no, Pastor Mike, I believe God's able to do everything but fail. And so it's touching and agreeing in a thing because you said no. He said this thing by faith, and so and I'm about to build you up in a second because we dealt with on Sunday looking at Mark 11 and Jesus having this conversation with the disciples. He talking to the fig tree, and in the midst of this fig tree, he caused the fig tree to wither and die because it wasn't producing. And so his disciples are amazed by this miracle, and he doesn't even give a how-to step-by-step lesson. He simply says, have faith in God. Yeah, that's Mark 11:22. I'm about to give it to you in a second. He simply says, have faith in God. And Jesus shows in this instance he shows the disciples the connection between their words and their well-being. This is gonna be good. Yeah, he shows them the connection between their words and their well-being. He speaks, don't miss this, he speaks to the fig tree and watched it transform. He didn't dig it up. I just went out yesterday, I think it was. I was spraying my bushes, around my bushes, my flower bed. I was spraying for weeds, and so I used a spray to kill these things. And so I had to spray my weeds down in order to accomplish the same thing Jesus did by speaking. Yeah, I just missed what I just said. Yeah, I had to manually kill mine. He spoke it, and that thing died. And so Jesus shows the disciples the connection between their words and their well-being. And so now watch this. So now let me give you text and where we're going today, because I gave y'all verse 22, and that was all I gave y'all. I gave you the context, but then the only text I gave you was verse 22. So now, Mark 11. Verses 22 and 23. Let me make sure I put this in the comments for you all, because I don't want you to miss that. And so, exactly, let me put the full thing in YouTube. I'll put the verse. So Mark 11, verses 22 and 23. He says, have faith in God. 22, verse 23, watch this. Then he says, truly, I tell you, if anyone says to this mountain, here we go throw yourself into the sea, and does not doubt in their heart, but believes that what they say will happen, it will be done for them. You should get excited when you see this. He said, if anyone says, have faith, and then if anyone says, speaking the word, if anyone says to this mountain, he didn't say, and if anybody lays hands on the mountain, he didn't say if anybody tries to dig up the mountain, if anybody tries to blow up the mountain. He says, if anyone says to the mountain, go throw yourself into the sea, and does not doubt in their heart, but believes that what they say will happen, it will be done. Come here, I need y'all to understand the magnitude of what Jesus just said. He said, if you believe that what you say will happen, it will be done. Okay. This Bible study shouldn't even take this long. Let's go here for a second, because a mountain represents something that cannot be moved by any conventional methods. Yeah, a mountain it is what it is. It's a mountain. Yeah, it's something that cannot be moved by any conventional methods. And so, if you can move it, watch this. If you can move it, it's not a mountain. Yeah, because catch this: hard work doesn't move mountains. Overtime don't move mountains. Just going to church don't move mountains. Ooh, that's big. Yeah. Watch this. According to the text, words move mountains. So my question this evening, are you talking about your mountain, or are you talking to your mountain? Come here, somebody. Yeah, are you talking about it, or are you talking to it? Because based on what he just said, he says you have the ability to say, speak, tell the mountain, get out of move, get out of my way. And do not doubt in your heart, believing that what you say will happen, and it will be done for them. So now once again, if you don't, because if you don't talk to your mountain will talk to you. Come here, come, I need you to understand. Yeah, if you're not talking to the mountain, it's gonna talk to you. And so now the problem for many of us isn't the mountain. The problem is what I believe about it, because what you say flows from what is in your heart. Okay, let me give proof text, because y'all looking at me, I can tell with that tone of voice. So now Luke 11, or excuse me, Luke 6. Luke 6, verse 45 is what I want to give you. So Luke 6, 45. So now he says, a good man brings good things out of the good stored up in his heart, and an evil man brings evil things out of the evil stored up in his heart. For the mouth speaks what the heart is full of. Okay, this is Bible study. Come here. So now I've been telling you for years, the mouth and the heart are married. Your mouth is telling you something about your heart. I need you to get this. Yeah. So now if you said it, it's because your heart agreed with it. So what I need you to do is learn how to sync your speech. Sync, SYNC. You have to learn how to sync your speech, because my mouth is simply revealing what's on the inside of my heart. Yeah, it's something about my heart. Yeah, it's something. And so your mouth is revealing what's there. And so our mouth and our heart have to be in harmony. And because watch this, I can fake it and say it, but if my heart didn't believe it, it really doesn't matter. So I got to make sure the two are on one accord when that thing comes out. My internal convictions must match my external confessions. Preach, Mike. Yeah, the thing that I believe on the inside has to also match what I say coming out the outside. They have to touch and agree with one another. The same way we are touching and agreeing about things that you're believing God for. Yeah, your mouth and your heart have to touch and agree on that very same thing as well. I gotta walk in this thing, trusting God for it, believing God for it. Whatever that thing may be, there has to be a correlation between the two in order for it to work. And so they gotta be in harmony. There has to be one band, one sound. Yeah, when it comes down to my heart and my mouth, they have to be on the same page. So here's a great question. What do your words reveal about your heart lately? Yeah, what has your heart been really saying that's been flowing out of your mouth? Do you speak more about your problems or God's power? That's good. Come here. Yeah, is my conversation, is my timeline, the things I post, is it more about my problems or about how God is sovereign? Because either my problems are sovereign or God is sovereign. They both can't sit in the same spot. Yeah, either one of them has to rule. So either it's gonna be my God or it's gonna be my problems. And so what mountain do you need to start speaking to? Yeah, what's the thing? Because I know in those that drop what they believe in God for, there's some mountains that are trying to hinder you from accomplishing the thing that you're believing for. And so now what mountain do you need to start speaking to, that may be holding up some of your process? Because what if the thing that you're believing God for hasn't come into your possession yet because you're still looking at the mountain? You staring at how big it is, but you're not speaking to how big your God is. Yeah. So what have you been silent about that needs your voice right now? Is it your marriage? Is it your health? Is it your finances? Is it your employment? Is it trying to figure out what the next move is? I was having conversations with someone earlier today. They're trying to figure out their next step, and trying to make sure their next move is their best move. Trying to figure out how this work thing is going to play out. Whether they need to stay, whether they need to go. And so what have you been silent about that needs you to speak to it? And you watch this, because truth be told, you don't even try to move something you don't believe you can move. Ah, come here. Yeah. If you already concretized in your mind that is uh too big, you just gonna go ahead and walk away from it. Yeah, you're not even gonna make the attempt if you believe it's outside of your purview of being able to handle it. Yeah, so you're not even gonna try it if you don't think you can handle it. But I dare believe I got at least 5 crazy people that are watching right now. 5 crazy people that are like, Pastor Mike, I don't care how big it is. I'm going for it. I'm going for mine. I know what God said to me. What my crazy people that he said, you know what, I don't even need a blink. Just tell me this is it, and that we going for it. Because now it's understanding that I can do all things. We quote Philippians 4:13, but do you really believe that? Have you believed that? Is there a conviction in your heart on that, that you can do all things through Him that strengthens you? Yeah, because once again, we're not going to attempt to move something if I don't think I can do it. David would have never fought Goliath if he didn't see him right. Everybody else was scared. They were scared. They was all talking about how big he was. They were measuring him up. There's no way you can do it. David didn't go out there worried about his height. He came out there mad because he was talking to the people crazy. So that his status, his height, his tail of the tape wasn't a factor for David. Yeah, we have to watch this, right size our mountain and right size our God. Yeah, I need to minimize the size of the mountain in my life and maximize the size of my God in my life. If your God is who you say He is, yeah, if He is who you shout about on Sundays, if He is whose name you lift up on Sundays, if He is who you tell your children about, if He is that, then He should be able to operate in that way in every aspect of my life, because God will only be who you allow Him to be. Oh, this is big. Yeah, he's only going to operate in the areas in a manner that you see Him as. If He's Jehovah Jireh, let Him be Jehovah Jireh. Yeah, if he's your provider, let Him be that. Don't second guess His role as soon as things start getting tough. I have to believe that He's able to do that. And so now, um, what are you saying out of your mouth on a regular basis? Yeah, what are you speaking? Better yet, I should watch this. I should ask your children, what do your parents talk about every day? Yeah, is it nervousness? Is it fear? Are they always complaining? Are they always frustrated? Or are they speaking about faith? Yeah, I have a neighbor who's in the middle, getting ready to move, and we're having a conversation. I was telling my kids about this, and I was speaking to we were dealing with this very same conversation, and he was telling me about, he had some issues with the whole moving process, and every time he would end a sentence, he said, "But God is faithful." Yeah, he said, "Okay, I understand what's coming on." He said, "But God is faithful." He said, "Yeah, I ain't tripping about it." He's just stating the simple fact of what was happening. But he said, "No, but God is faithful. God got this." So there wasn't worry, or there wasn't even trepidation. It was just the fact, okay, nope, here's the issue, but my God is bigger than that. God is faithful. And so what are you speaking out of your mouth currently? Because you have to understand, your words have weight. So you have to weigh your words. I'm gonna put that in the comments. Yeah, I'm preaching better than y'all responded. Yeah, your words have weight, so you have to weigh your words. I need you to understand what this means, and what this looks like for your life, and how you operate in that thing, and trying to walk this miracle out, because most of the things that you're asking for, I've seen your credit. It's going to take a miracle. Your words have weight, and so you have to weigh your words. And watch this, and all words don't weigh the same. And so and don't act like words don't matter. Yeah, we were taught long ago, sticks and stones may break our bones, but words will never hurt me. That is a lie. That's a lie from the pit of hell. We've seen words wound us, and so so now you know that all words don't weigh the same. The scriptures are inundated with information that suggests to us the power of words. Okay, watch this. Let me give this to you while I'm in my mode. So now James 3 and 7. Let me make sure you get this. So James 3 and 7 should bless your life. It says, this is scary. This is the Message translation. It says, you can tame a tiger, but you can't tame a tongue. It's never been done. Never. It said the tongue runs wild, a wanton killer. With our tongues, we bless God our Father with the same tongues. We curse the very men and women He made in His image. Ooh, that's hard. He says, curses and blessings out of the same mouth. The same mouth you lift. He says, the same mouth you lift my name up with on Sunday, you tearing somebody down on Monday, maybe by Sunday evening. And so he says the tongue has never been tamed. It's been a trip. So Proverbs 18 verse 21, you all know this. You've seen this before. Let me make sure I get a chance to put this in the comments. So Proverbs 18 and 21, New American Standard says, death and life, this is what you know, death and life are in the power of the tongue. And those who love it will eat its fruit. The Message translation says it like this. It simply says, words kill. Yeah, that's it. Yeah, words kill, words give life. They're either poison or fruit. You decide which one it's going to be. You choose. So now catch this. If you want to change your world, you have to change your words. I'm giving y'all so much. I'm giving you so much ammunition tonight. I just want to make sure that you're taking good notes. I'm dropping it all in the chat because some of y'all need it. I can tell because many of you, it's your mouth that's holding you up. Yeah, it's your mouth that's been cause of your problem. In fact, for some, okay, let's be real. For some of you, it's your mouth and your face because the things that you don't say, your face says it. So it's the stuff you do say, then it's the stuff that you don't say that your face goes ahead and reveals anyway. So now if you want to change your world, you have to change your words. And I am preaching to myself as well. I have been guilty of allowing my circumstances to dictate my conversations. So I've had to catch myself and bring myself back to my situation, speak back faith in the midst of situations, because now for many of us, if you're like myself, you're sitting somewhere, you're comfortable, and you sat down. Let's see if you can handle this. You sat down in the chair you're sitting in with confidence. Chances are you didn't check the legs, you didn't check to see its stability, you didn't ask about the manufacturer. In fact, your chair has some age to it. It's been around for a little while, and so in spite of all of that, you didn't check credentials. You didn't care. You sat down by faith with confidence that thing's gonna hold you. And what's amazing to me is that many of us have more faith in the chair than we do in God. Because catch this, in many of your instances, the chair never let us down before. Well, we going somewhere. Yeah, you sit down with reckless abandon because the chair never dropped you. The chair never let you go. It's been there for 10 years. In fact, you took that chair from your mama house and you brought it to your house, and the chair's still been stable. And so because the chair has never failed you, you trust in it more than you do God. Ooh, come here. Where my real people at? And so we've been in situations where we believe God dropped us. We believe God didn't do what we thought He was going to do. God didn't make a way out of no way, in our opinion. And so because God didn't do what we thought He was going to do, We feel as if God abandoned us in the midst of something. And maybe it wasn't really abandonment. Maybe it was protection and not rejection. Maybe God was protecting us from something and not trying to keep something from us. He's not. He's and watch this. Oh, come here. And we dealt with the text on Sunday that there's no good thing will God withhold from His people, and so he's not withholding something to give you something inferior. Come here. I need you to get this. I need you locked in. Yeah, God is if you say God, hey, like she dropped in the comments, she's a millionaire status. So God's not gonna withhold millionaire status to let you just be a hundredaire. Y'all don't get it. Yeah, I need you to understand. Yeah, he's not gonna withhold that to give you something inferior because God don't work that way. The text speaks to it. We dealt. Come here. He said if you being evil give good gifts to your children, how much more will your heavenly Father give to those who ask? And so He's not withholding to give you something less. God's timing is God's kindness. Yeah, if He doesn't do it when you want Him to do it, He says, I'm being kind. He said, there's a reason behind it. There's a reason behind the delay. There's purpose behind it. You may not necessarily know it right now, but there's a reason behind why I do what I do. He said, stop tripping. Just be calm, be cool. He said, I got you. He said, I'm looking out for your best interest. I see my ways are not your ways. My thoughts are not your thoughts. There's some things that I see that you don't see. And so I gotta position things for your best interest. And so let's get ready to wrap up because my faith reveals my words, but my words feed my faith. Because we're talking faith words, and so my words give my faith a life, or they give my faith a funeral. That's good. Yeah, they're either birthing it or they're killing it. Yeah, some people have dead faith because you gave it a eulogy with the things that constantly come out of your mouth. Faith cometh by hearing, hearing by the word of God. If hearing the word initiates faith, then speaking the word activates it. And so I have to be careful about what I say because either I'm activating that thing or I'm taking life from it. Your words are not just sounds; they're seeds. I'm having a separate conversation related to my most recent book, The Rapture. Those shameless plug for those who had not picked it up, and dealing with the whole music thing and hip hop, etc. And so, understanding that the things I'm ingesting are seeds. It's not just sound. It's more than just a beat. It's more than just the lyrics. So my words are not just sounds. They are seeds. Every sentence you speak is either planting faith or it's planting fear, producing fruit that you will eventually have to eat. You are what you eat. Come here. Yeah, they are creating something that I will determine my outcome by because I continue to speak it. And so now, if your faith never reaches your mouth, it may never reach your mountain. I need my faith to get to a place where it's affecting my mountain around me. So that way I'm not allowing my mountain to dictate my circumstances. Told you I'm touching agreeing with y'all. I'm believing God with you on whatever the thing is that He wants to do in your life. I'm touching agreeing. But watch this. I can't activate that thing. It has to come from you. Yeah, you have to be able to speak some things back into your life. Say, no, God, I hear you. No, God, this is what you said. So God, I'm trusting by faith. This is what you're gonna do. God, I'm believing by faith. God, this is it. God, I'm believing by faith. That I'm going back to school. God, I'm believing by faith. In fact, I just spoke some stuff over myself. I said, we're not taking out student loans. No, you're going to school for free. No, by faith. No, we're believing somehow, some way. No, you're going to school for free. We're not paying for this. No, it's not going down. So you're not going the same route that your daddy went in terms of student loans and that your mama went. No, that's not it. By faith, we touch and agree that this is how this thing's going to work out. And so it's seeds. It's ingesting that thing. And so I need you to watch this, get your build up, continue to build up the thing that you need God to do in your life, and we'll tie in because we're going to a prayer series as well. So everything's going to be connected because I have to be speaking His word and talking His will. We'll get to His will. We'll probably deal with that next Tuesday because I can't ask for anything God doesn't want me to have. And that's where some of our letdown is at. You can ask God to kill your baby daddy, and, and that is not what God is about to do. It's so that is not just a that's not God letting you down. That's just God saying, yeah, no, that's not what, this is not part of that equation. It's so, it's understanding His will for my life at the same time to be able to walk in that thing. And when we talk speaking faith, watch this. I want you to speak with specificity. I had to be able to say that slow. I want you to speak with specificity. In other words, don't just say random things. God doesn't want you to let me have a good day. No, God, I need you to let me watch this. God, I speak, God, that I'll get to work safely. My children will get to school safely. God, I'm believing, God, that you're going to open up a door for me today. God, I believe that God, there's going to be email that God is going to be sent that I've been waiting on that I'm awaiting its arrival regarding this thing that we've been praying about. And so speaking with specificity also helps. Lady Keisha, some of you have heard the testimony related to giving birth to these two dependents that we have. And with our first child being novice parents, we just wanted a healthy child. And so, in fact, I don't even know if we asked for healthy. We was just, I was excited about my boy was coming. And so I had a boy on the way. And so I said, okay, God, that was it. We didn't have any other conversation. And so Lady Keisha learned the hard way that she should have asked about how about having not just a not rough pregnancy, but being able to navigate it to an extent where it was easier than than what actually occurred. And so it was about asking with specifics, saying, okay, God, yes, I want a child, but Lord, let me have a good pregnancy and let me not suffer during these 9 months, and allow me to be in position for where you want me to be at, and with specifics. And so we learned that the first time. So now when Madison came around, it was, we asked with specificity in terms of how we manage this thing. And she'll tell you that the pregnancies were completely different. You may say happenstance, I say God. Yeah, I don't think anything happens by accident. Learn to speak with specificity. Hey, God, this is the house I want to stay in. The car I am currently, can we get over here? The car I'm currently driving, I said I wanted that without knowing that it was going, or now without understanding like how I was going to get it. I'll say it like that. Yeah, it was saying, okay, hey, this is what I like. This is what I want. I don't know when it's coming, but I believe, God, that's what I believe. I believe you want me in that. No, I don't have the money for it. Come here, somebody. I don't know how we're going to pay for it. That's not watch this. That's not my problem. God, that's your problem. God, that's a you problem now. I've done my part. God, that is a you problem. Where are my faith people at? I need you in your prayer time when you're talking to your mountains. Let God know that's His problem. God, I deal with what you asked me to do. Those bills, that's your problem now. God, I've been tithing. I've been faithful. God, I've done the thing you've asked me to do. Everything else, God, you said that's yours. Pastor Mike, give me some text on it. He says, seek ye first the kingdom. Come here, and all these other things will be added. He says, you take care of that. I got this. And so now, as opposed to you wrestling with this now, that's a God problem. That's it. That's on Him now. Once you've done your part, God says, I got this part. He says, I'll give seed to the sower. I've told my family we are not allowed to go broke ever, simply because we help too many people. We do what we're called to do. We do our part so God can do His part. So now, if there's ever a time in my life where it looks like we up against the ropes, I say, God, that's your problem, because God, your word says, come here, not my opinion. God, your word says, God. So I'm speaking this thing. We get into prayer. We'll dive into it later. I promise you. And so this is not This is where I'm gonna end at. This is not manifesting. This is not positive thinking. God bless y'all that manifest and positive think. This is not that. This is confidence in God's power and promises. Yeah, this is what I told you. This is Godfidence. This is Godfidence in who my God is and what He's able to do. Godfidence. I want to. Ooh, no, I can't go here. I only have time. I don't because I was going. There's some things I want to do. Watch this, not for me, but for other people. And so I'm waiting on God to line it up. Because yeah, I can't. I don't want to reveal it because the people I want to do it for, they're on Bible study, and so it's confidence. So I'm trusting God's going to do it. So I can continue to be the blessing. It's confidence. We gave the vehicle away most recently a couple weeks ago. I lined it up in my head. I said, okay, God, this is what we're gonna do. I had to deal with a handful of no's from some people that were, they just weren't cooperating. And it just came down to an understanding like, hey, God, this is it. I talked to God about it. This is, ooh, y'all not getting it. It wasn't even for me. And I had to go to God with it. I said, God, I'm running into too many problems with this situation. I believe this is your will. So because this is your will, I need you to open the door up. And sure enough, God do what you gonna do. Okay, I gave y'all too much tonight. I didn't give y'all too much. I understand. So I need you to make sure that you're blessing somebody. It just blessed you tonight. Number one, drop some fire, some fire emojis in the comment section. If this has been a blessing to you, drop some fire emojis in the comments. But then number two, make sure that you share this with somebody who needs to hear it. Yeah, somebody who's fighting with their faith right now and they're struggling in this area of touching and agreeing on what God wants to do in their life. And they're like, okay, God, I don't know what you're up to, but I need you to shake the trees and make something pop. So I need you to do that. As we touch, agree, and believe God for it. Hey, I'm so excited about what God is up to. I'm believing God with you. Yeah, if you're low on faith, I need you to plug up with mine. We gonna walk this thing out together. I'm grateful to God for you and what He's getting ready to do through you in this season. Let's believe God for big. That's it. Big things popping, little things stopping. Let's believe God for big. Don't take your small stuff to God. Take Him to big things. Yeah, take the big stuff to Him and say, hey God, this is it. God, I don't need a car. I need a fleet. For my business, God, I need a fleet of vehicles. God, I need you to open up this door, God, so that you can do this. God, I watch this. I'm tired of paying rent and leasing spaces. God, I need my own studio. God, I need my own space. I need my own space to be able to operate out of. I'm tired of everybody raising rent. So God, I need my own space. Believe big. Yeah, let's go big. God, allow me to have my own space so I can rent space out to other people and do it fair and do it the right way. Believe big. Let's get on our big talk, big faith energy. Let's watch God work, and then look back at the thing and say, okay, God, I see what you did there. Hey, I'm grateful to you. Hey, I love you. I'll keep talking all night. Once I start rolling on faith, what we believe in God for, we'll go all night. So I'm super grateful to you. Hey, let's go ahead and tear the city up. Let's trust God with reckless abandon. See what God's going to do on our behalf and how He's going to do it. Hey, I love you. Hug me when you see me.